Here we are, warping through into another No Man's Sky playthrough. So, we're really at a bit of a bare bones bit at the moment where we've kind of got stuff set up, but it's like the bare bones. So we've got the most basic base possible with like maybe one or two terminals. We've got a basic starship. I've got we've just upgraded our multi-tool, but it's still like a class C. Got like a freighter, but it doesn't have any slots. Everything we've got is pretty much base level. So I'm keen in this stream to really push out and expand on all of that. And the best way to get through these various aspects is to follow the story for a bit, because the story just throws things at you to introduce you into the different mechanics of the game. After a while, it'll then go, right, we're now going to go in a more story-driven direction, and that's fine. At that point, we will have the training wheels removed and all the blueprints that we need to really expand upon. No Man's Sky is a huge game. It's got bags and bags and bags of content that really what you see on the surface is just a fraction of what you get. There's just so much upgrading and so many different like must be like hundreds of gameplay mechanics that are in the game, and I've not even experienced them all, and I'm like 500, 600 hours played or something. So I'm looking forward to, again, getting lost in it. Like, it's one of these titles that when I get hooked to it, I really get hooked to it. But the plan is to stream this save whilst I'm doing everything. So that will include some more of the tedious stuff, but ultimately it just helps ensure that this is the streamer save, and it isn't one of them ones where the streamer goes offline, plays the save for 10 hours and comes back and then goes, I did like a couple of things while I was offline, but then there's suddenly like 100 million credits richer, and it's like, well, no, I want to do everything together on this save. So that's the plan, and that's what hopefully we can achieve. So without further ado, let's work out what on earth I was doing. Locate and destroy the bounty target, so that'll be just a case of setting off into space. I have changed the webcam direction. Now, I've noticed that it looks like I'm to my left, so I'm going to change it now so I'm actually looking at my screen. Nope, not send it. I'm going to flip it horizontally. There we go. That was me just doing a complete flip, not anything to do with Streamlabs. There we go. Okay, so now I'm actually looking at the camera and looking at the screen as opposed to it being the wrong way around. But I did swap where the webcam was because I felt before it always looked like I had something stuck to my foot and I was trying to like untangle cables or something. So I've played around with it a bit to make it a little bit more natural. Hopefully it'll work. It's much easier for me to look from there to there as opposed to there where I was having to do before. I will occasionally look across for chat, but aside from that, we should be hunky-dory to go. So let's take off. Now, I'm going to see where I am with the main mission. So we were looking for a scientist. Now, I'm looking in the bottom right. It doesn't look like we've recruited one just yet. So I'm going to check the galaxy and see if we're in the right system. So the scientist is actually in a different system, but that's fine, because what we can do is, I believe it's a system we've discovered, because you can see it's got a name above it, and I believe that suggests, and I'm pretty sure a home base icon on it as well. So basically points towards it being somewhere we've already discovered. So let's fly into the space station, and then we'll use the warp in there. In fact, no, change plan. We're going to bring in the Nexus. We're going to bring in the Nexus here and check to see if we've got the upgrade for our exosuit in here, because I'm not sure if we have. So let's fly into here and see where we stand. This stream should be significantly longer than the previous one. I think I did about an hour and 50 minutes for the last one. The plan is to go for a longer stream. I'm aiming for at least 4 hours, but we'll see how things progress. I really want to make this a meaty stream that I make the most out of. So let's see how we can get on. Okay, so I'm going to head up here. Also, it helps that neither of my team are playing in the Euros tonight. That'll be tomorrow when England take on Croatia. So I'll be locked into that. Right, let's see if there's anything that I can get in terms of Quicksilver at the moment. I don't think there will be. Nothing there. If I go to this. Oh, nada. You start to speak to Polo, but maybe not. Mention the portal. It's always worth doing this, because I think it gives you Quicksilver if you do this at each sort of segment. And obviously Quicksilver is really important. Yeah, so there's nanites, and I'm pretty sure it'll come up Quicksilver. There we go. So 150, yeah. That is what you buy the cosmetic stuff with. And there's no way to buy it with real money, it's purely in-game, so you have to get it every way you can. Typically it's the multiplayer missions that you do over the weekend from the main station. I might actually do some of them, but we shall see. So I'll collect that first of all. I think this might have even been the system I bought this from. Let's compare it. It's worth more than mine, so it cost me 500,000. Damage potential is crazy. Don't know why it's so much better. Maybe it's the pattern of the available slots, but this is by no means my final multi-tool. This is just a bridge into that things. Okay. I'm not going to exchange it. Although I might. The reason I'm kind of considering it is because it would be nice to have that layout of squares when I'm doing like the scanner upgrades, and it's got a bolt caster attached to it, so that's it. So I'll have 500,000 now, and now I can go to the space station of the mission, and then when I get to that space station, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and sell the artifacts that we were getting, or was it like, I can't remember if it was salvageable scrap, I think it was called. Okay, so that's where we need to go for the scientist, so we'll do that momentarily. First, I'm actually going to go to our current system. If it tells us which one it is it a commander? Because then I'm just going to teleport to the base from there. Let's try this one. I want to try and find a system that I've not crashed yet. Or crashed and it's recovered, because then we can do another crash. Which is why I was keen to leave a couple of units. I say a couple, like a million. So we'll see what we've got. Right, we've got 11 salvage data, so that'll give us 500,000. Now, we've got these things here. So this is worth almost 1 million. We dug this up from underground on one of the planets. And that's at minus 2% as well. But I'm still going to sell it. And that's minus 6.6. Still going to sell that, and sell that. So you'll see now I'm at 2.3 million. Sell the salvage data. You can get that so easily on the planets. So I'm really not worried about that. And Cobble is crashed. Okay. It's at minus 9.2. So it's not like critical crashed, but it's crashed to a level which is still crashed. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the ferrite dust, oxygen, sodium, because they're relatively cheap to buy and really good to have. So I'm just popping them on. Okay. Go to sell. Kinda tempted to crash it further, but I think I'd be at a huge disadvantage. I'd lose a lot of money because it's already at -9. So I think I'm going to avoid that. It cost me $half a mil to get that. I'm going to buy that at -9. The more I think about it, the more... I don't know if there's like a hidden charge or something. Like, if I would have sold that, it would have gone down to a further negative, which I would have then bought it all back for at that new lower negative, so I probably would have made... I wouldn't have had to spend as much on that, I think. Yeah. I don't know if there's a hidden charge in there at all. If not, then I've definitely just wasted some credits at least, but doesn't matter. Okay, so nothing worth adding from him. I'm going to start looking at multi-tool upgrades now because I've got quite a few slots on this one, so... Welcome, Dio. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully the microphone doesn't sound muffled. It was actually doing the same thing as it did, was it 2 days ago, 3 days ago, where it kind of looked as though the meter was going halfway up. And what it's doing is, it's broadcast trying to use the default device, so it's going through Windows instead of directly to the mic. But then when you change it to be the mic brand, it then immediately kicks in and it does the noise suppression and everything else perfectly. So it should sound, hopefully, crystal clear. I've got my fan on as well, so hopefully that won't be audible in the background. But when I've done tests, it sounded okay. Grab the encrypted data, see if there's anything else I can buy from here. Gold's another good one to keep an eye on, if there's gold being sold. I'm going to sell my uranium and buy it back. I'm going to do the same with my silver. This is all stuff that you kind of need at later stages, so it's a good idea just to keep them stocked up so you don't have to worry about them. Sell all of them and buy them back at a lower price. Now, pyrite. Do I need pyrite? Not at the moment. The hydrogen jelly, just make them because you can find blue stuff everywhere, so don't need to worry about that. Right. Search the plants. Let's get some carbon. Okay, and now we've got our carbon. I think we're good to portal the hell out of here. And let's get back to our home base. Totally trying to get used to this webcam position. Like, I just keep darting at the wrong place. Okay, let's hand these in. Get the nanites, which are very welcome at this point. And the units. Okay, what have we got? We've got another one here to scan flora, which I will absolutely be taking, and I'll also be taking the hunt pirate one because that rewards us with nanites. Collect 250 uranium, I think, means go out and collect it, not just have it in the inventory. And you need to drop it off at a trade post, which is pretty frustrating because often that trade post is in a different galaxy, so you need to use at least one warp cell to get there, which means you have to use your condensed carbon and oxygen to build the antimatter, and it's just ends up costing you a lot to get a little mission complete. So the Haunted Chocolate Dreams, as nice as that sounds, I'm probably going to have to pass on. But I will definitely take these though. And there we go. Okay, so I'm now going to head to the system that has my base. I think I was collecting quite a lot of carbon in the previous stream, so hopefully I'll be able to expand quite nicely, but we'll see. I look really narrow. Why do I look so narrow? I'm not naturally that narrow. I still look narrow. I look like I'm in some sort of doorway? Is it just the angle? The chest looks normal. I don't know. I think it's just because I'm looking sideways. That's not the game freezing, that's just me trying to play with the webcam. Right, okay, so this is my first chance to see that the batteries are doing the job, and they absolutely are. They've got loads and loads of power stored, so enough to charge the portal, at least, throughout the night. I might build these all the way around. Let's just go over this view. Right. And then this way, I'll be able to build some stairs that lead up to it, so it's a bit neater. And the stairs can go over here. There we go. So now we've got like a grand staircase. Like a nice rim. Really good rim job. Right, okay, let's take the sign distance. So if I make my mission to talk to him. There we go. He wants lubricant and acid for our first date. This is the first thing he's asked us for. Like, let me show you how to make lubricant and acid. Yeah, cool. Liquid's close to Kovacs hearts. Great. Whatever does you, pal. That's fine. And why is my character just... What's he doing? It's like he's on one of them... like holding up them machines that shake up and down. Oh. Marrow bulb. I can do that. That's in any cave around. And then we get plans for microprocessors and advanced refiners. I will do that. Cobalt I've got loads of, but I need to get some of the other stuff. Okay, so now I can talk to him to get the other stuff, hopefully. Oh, let's do this first, because this is actually time-based. Storage container! Yay! Just the one? Or am I going to get more? Where's that meteor going to land? Right. Okay. Did I just get one? Oh. Okay. Fine. Okay, I'm going to make the storage downstairs. I want this to have levels. So let's just start digging in. Getting a bit of a tunnel, which is nice. Right, so now we've got the double decker, and I'm keen to have a way up. Makes sense going in this direction. And these are like only 10 carbon each. It's nice and easy to do. Starship inside object. Oh. Right. I'm going to build this here, so get rid of these. In fact, no, I'll need the one on. So pop that there. There. Get rid of that. There we go. Oh, no. That was a mistake. Revert, revert, revert. This is the way around. One thing I love about building in this game is the fact that if you make a mistake, when you refund what you've spent, it gives you a full refund, not this partial refund stuff. So you can just play around and get it right. That little pile of dirt is going to drive me crazy, so I'll need to see if I can do something about that. Can I build a flat? Build that there. To quite eliminate that though.